Hello, Liz. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Thank you for accepting this testimonial for the coaching you have done with me
Oh,
a
you're very
couple
welcome.
of weeks ago now. So I would like just ask to what are you doing? What is your job? And just to present yourself.
I'm Liz Rostand, and I am a director of a digital marketing agency called Rostand Productions. And I'm also interested in setting up a new startup which sells some colostrum, a fantastic product which helps people to get better from their various chronic
Okay,
illnesses.
great. Thank you. And what was the question when you did the coaching, when you started the course with me? Why did you start, and in what state of mind, and what was your situation before the course?
Well, there was two things. One, I couldn't quite understand why we have at times made quite a lot of money, but we didn't seem to be able to make quite a lot of money all the time, which is getting annoying. And very specifically, I think the industry I'm working in, the digital marketing agency, I really do think the whole climate has completely changed. So I'd been doing a lot of soul searching and asking myself a lot of questions, and yeah, I was not centered, and I was perhaps wasting time.
Hmm. Okay. And why did you choose the course with me? There are so many coaches all around the place, and
Oh,
why
no,
money
there's
coaches?
only one Martine. There's only one Martine. You have to go to Martine. And Martin is a very sympathetic person, and actually, this spiritual side of money, it can get quite personal. You may have to address things that perhaps you wouldn't want to talk to everybody about. Martin is a very easy person to talk to, and I thought she seemed very across her subject, and that she really believes in this money coaching. So.
Okay, thank you. And what did you learn from that coaching? What?
Well, I mean, generally, I won't talk about it because that will be what you're doing. But it talks about money archetypes and the different sort of person you are, and therefore why you might have various different behavior patterns. So that was very interesting. But I realized after a few weeks that various things that I might be quite proud of or think are quite positive, I realize actually are pretty negative. So when I get criticized for things, you can take it personally from people, but when you've analyzed some things yourself, you think, yeah, I could do that better. I definitely could change that very easily. I could change that mindset.
Mhm.
So I have. And one of the things Martin did just mention as well about doing a timetable, which sounds very basic, but it was part of the new mindset I had that I found that very easy to do and very easy to stick to. In other words, I've set myself a very realistic timetable,
Mhm.
and I achieved quite a lot within it.
Uh-huh. So, what was the biggest change in your life after the course, and what's the awareness of certain behaviors and mindset around money?
Well, I do realise that I blame external circumstances and perhaps other people for way too much. So I'm taking more responsibility myself. Um, and very soon after talking to Martine, there was something I've been thinking about investment wise and sort of being um, quite frightened of, rather anxious of. But I then began to follow it and think, no, this is a really intelligent risk to take. So I took some money that was very safe and I put it into something which I'm sure a lot of people think was risky, but I think I've made quite an intelligent decision about it.
Mm,
Speak to you in a year if I'm broke. It obviously wasn't, but no, it seems to be going quite well. I'm quite pleased about that.
great. And what would you say to recommend some people who want to take the course and they don't know what's in the coaching? How do we work? What could you say to them?
Well, I think one of the things Martine wants to do is encourage women to do it, and I'm going to have to let her down here because it wasn't particularly a woman weakness thing for me. I'm quite business minded. I just felt, I would just say to people, if you're confused about anything, or if you're confused about outcomes, then do Martine's course, because it's not necessarily about Martine will necessarily make you a multimillionaire. Well, hopefully she will, of course, but it's more about, you can analyze much more about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and pat yourself on the back when there's a good income, and understand when there's not such a good income. And I think those things can really make you lose sight of where you're going and what you're trying to do. So that analysis is very helpful. Yeah, I'd say to anybody do it. I recommend Martine to everybody.
Do you think that could you say that it's more peaceful, mind more peaceful around money, less anxiety, less frustration, or is it that kind of?
I don't know if I quite feel more peaceful. I'm only peaceful when I've got loads of money. I'm lying on my sunbed in some beautiful hotel somewhere with no money worries. Apart from that, I always worry a little bit about money. But I do think I'm much more centered. That's the word I'd used. I'm very solid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Good. Awareness and focus.
Awareness. I know why I'm making the choices I make.
You are very warrior, aren't you?
What would you? Maybe.
Yeah. What could you add? Would you add something, or?
I'd like to do more courses with Martine. I'd like, if there was some sort of course to, some sort of top-up course, or I think there's a business course you can do, a couples business course. And I think that's really interesting because, in fact, when I did invest after Martine's money course, I didn't discuss it with my husband at all. I just did it. And actually thinking about it, I probably should discuss more. It would be better, wouldn't it, if the whole family was knowing what was happening. Okay. I mean, he's quite happy about it. It wasn't a problem, but it's just that there was no discussion. It does seem quite odd. We're both working away in the same business. And I made a sort of personal decision without talking to him, which is, perhaps not the best thing. But.
Yeah, that's the logical following of the core process, which is a big exploration and awareness, and then it's to ongoing coaching just to make it happen in your life, what you really want to achieve in your life, without thinking of money anymore. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say thank you very much. Thank you very much, and good luck in your business and your marketing business with your new product, which is fantastic. I really recommend.
Thank you.
Have a good time in your film also, and
Thank you.
see you soon. Thank you very much, Liz.
Thank
Bye.
You. Bye.